What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, girl. We are on our way. It's a dog walker. I think he got like 3 dogs or 4. You see him right there? I think there are 4 dogs. It's a dog walker. All the people in the morning going to the park. We love to see it. Oh, it's 3 dogs. Okay, anyway, so go ahead and like, subscribe, comment. We don't have nothing to talk about. I didn't watch New York yet. Let me get to the sun so y'all can see me. I didn't watch New York yet, and so we just have the stuff that's on the blogs, honey.
I sponsor the now. I sponsor the blog. Let me tell you something.
This first girl,
Your dating life is to drop him after his first offense. The minute a man shows his ass, you gotta show him why he should have kept his pants on.
yeah,
A lot of women give men way too many chances, and it
too
comes from a
many.
scarcity mindset because you don't think you'll be able to find anybody better.
Yep.
So you take what you can get. That mentality will never work in your favor. Let go of that lack mentality and start dropping these niggas the minute they got you fucked up. There will be another man. There will be somebody else to replace it. Stop treating men like a scarcity and don't be afraid to drop them if they're not meeting your standards. Just remember that you can't control what kind of man you attract, but you can control what kind of man you entertain.
Shout out to the young girls. Let me tell you something. When I tell you, I am so happy to hear that car is so ugly. The paint job was ugly. I am so happy to hear the girls talk like that. Do you understand how good it feels to hear younger women giving this advice? First of all, you understand that a dick is a plenty and of low value, right? We already know these things. You can go out and find a man. A man is always looking for a woman to take from, always. So it's one always looking for a fool. Find a fool. First red flag. As soon as he shows you his ass, let him know. Let him know. First red flag. I've ignored red flags. I've ignored red flags. And if you pay attention to the red flag, the first red flag, and you pay attention to that first red flag and you like giving him a side eye, like, wait a minute, hold up. As soon as that first red flag shows up, be on alert. Be on high alert in the red. It takes them that's why you shouldn't rush into things, because when you rush into things, you are often rushing with the representative. And as soon as the benefits kick in, they start showing their ass, right? Showing up late, calling out sick, not sleeping on a job, just all the things that they do after the benefits kick in. I love it. I love to hear the girls with the advice like this. As soon as he shows you your ass, show him why he shouldn't have pulled his pants down. We know that. I said, yes, ladies, there will be another man because dick is a plenty and of low value. And this is why some women will be single forever. That doesn't it doesn't land anymore. It doesn't. You might see somebody like a little younger who hasn't come into that awareness where they're still thinking like, oh my God, I'm going to be single. Oh my God, I can't be single. What are you going to do? You're going to turn, you're going to go straight. I can't be single. I'm going to be single forever. Oh my God. It's like, girl, you will not be single forever. Number one. Number two, more than likely, your company is going to come from other women. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. And I'm so glad that the girls are giving this advice so early to the girls. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's really good advice. The first red flag, whatever your standards are, and they go, they're like not measuring up in that way. As soon as you realize that, that's when you're like, you know what? And that's the thing. It's like, I think, like she said, the scarcity, this idea that there's First of all, there's too many men. There's too many men. That's one. Okay? Right. There's too many men. A lot of them do not deserve partnership or to be in relationship. Just because they exist and walking around with a dick doesn't mean they deserve to be in a relationship or they deserve to have partnership. And that's the truth. There's a lot of women like that too. There are people in this world who believe they need to find a life partner. And they'll spend their whole time. Look at Tamar. Isn't Tamar talking down to the internet talking about she's homeless and all this other stuff? I thought she was just with that dude. And one thing I'll say, and I'm just going to speak plainly. Them white dudes that act like niggas, they act like niggas. It's not just their acting. The whole mentality, the ideologies, they have it down. So you might think you getting with a white boy, but if he got a little saucy, and no. If he acts like a black dude and he hangs around black dudes, he has a weird mentality. He has a weird mentality, and it's not. And if you notice, JR has, I want to say 3 or 4 baby mamas, all black women. Tamar. Now Tamar's down to the internet talking about she homeless. She talking about she don't have a place to stay. She can't trust people. She don't feel safe around people, and all of this mess with this man, JR, the lawyer. And I'm glad she tried to at least, date outside of the parameters, but you still, you got with him and you were attracted to him because he had a little swagger. But he ain't no different from the rest. And then that's what I told you. It's just a different color. It's all the same toy, just a different color. Go pick him off the shelf, honey. But there are literally some people who will spend their whole lives instead of developing their relationships. That's why you see women who end relationships when they're in a relationship, they'll end their friendships with women. It's unfortunate, but it's because of there's a male centeredness, right? I'm centering the male. He's my man. This is my best friend now. We've been together 5 months. He's my best friend. And I just want to marry my best friend. Girl.
Girl, stop.
It's a mess. When I tell you Tasha K, drag, Wack 100, I say he looked like his face caught on fire and somebody put it out with a lawnmower. Ugly ass motherfucker. You got the right name. Like, he literally has the right. Is this bitch on? Let me make sure, bitch. I spend so much time trying to get the shit on my damn shirt to stick, to not be wobbly, to not be wobbling all over the place. I think that's gonna work. That better work. Okay. Make sure the little light is on. But yeah, he down there talking about, he was on that other nigga, the Adam 22, who looks like 2 skunks fucking in an onion patch. Funky ass, musty ass looking motherfucker.
Tired ass, po ass, raggedy ass, slow ass niggas.
Adam 22, musty, dusty looking motherfucker. That when I see him, like I see it's like, I don't know. It's something about tattoo placements on the face that make people look musty. You look like you musty. You look like you got dirt on your face. You look dirty. It's not cute to me. Anyway, so the other day he was down at Old Dude's podcast, Adam 22, who is another one. Y'all don't really like Adam 22, but he's an agent just like Vlad. Vlad is an agent. If y'all haven't figured it out, and what he does is he knows that black men love to be in the company of white men. And when they get in the company of white men, they want to feel some kind of camaraderie, right? And so they start telling all their business and talking about all their degenerate mindsets and behaviors and just spill their guts to Vlad. Vlad is doing you a favor of documenting the degenerate mindset of cishet black men and women. That's what he's doing. He has an archive full of niggas saying ignorant shit. Girl, and y'all don't like Vlad, but he's an agent for that purpose. For that purpose. So Adam 22 is another one. They see a white boy, they want to get in his face, and they want to tell all their business. They want to show them, they want to perform manhood and masculinity. And the way that they perform manhood and masculinity is to talk about all the degenerate things, how they feel about women, how they feel about children, how they feel about LGBTQ, how they feel about all the things, and you get to sit there and witness it. And they just tell you. But they're telling Vlad because that's a white dude, right? Russian, white dude sitting across from them, and they're like, oh my God, this white guy is taking me into the folds, and I'm sitting here giving him the information, and he's just like, yeah, for real? And then he just like keeps going, yeah, for real?
Daddy, watch me twirl. Daddy, watch me.
And y'all just keep going, just telling him all your business. It's a wonderful thing. I used to didn't like Vlad, and I was like, you know what? He's actually doing great work by documenting the mindsets of this culture, hip hop culture. Yeah, it's crazy. And it's not just the mindsets of people giving their opinions, it's the actual entertainer, rapper, whatever, giving their ideologies about whatever it is. And they down here. Is that an electronic? That looks like an electronic license plate. So Wack 100 was down to Adam 22's podcast saying that he has had a past sexual relationship with Tasha K. I was like, oh my God, I hope not ill. But Tasha K been married for a minute. But anyway, so he was down there. He's trying to, I don't know, attach himself to her in a way that's kind of weird. But she explains, honey, when I tell you she dragged him real quick about his ass. Hold on, let's listen to it.
Wack 100 beef as well, because in full disclosure,
I don't have a beef with him.
I was on the podcast with him, and he was trying to imply that he had slept with you. Now, I know you're married, and I very much doubt that, but he was implying that.
He said that?
Well, maybe we got a lawsuit for him now.
I don't need no lawsuit because that shit ain't true. Like,
well, I know it's not true, but he was sitting there with his shiny head, just like, yeah, me and her, we got a history.
Listen, the first time I heard of that man is when I don't know how it got to me, but someone was like, he did an interview with R. Kelly.
Yeah, he called him on our show, yeah. Yeah,
that was the first time I had interaction, and then he was just like, yeah, R. Kelly hired him to investigate me. And I'm like, for what? He's like, well, you leaked his jail records. Yeah, so does the Justice Department. Say, no, they opened up a whole investigation on me. So what are you doing? Well, I'm trying to get him justice. Are you a Fed? Have you not seen my channel? Like, I tell on every motherfucking body. I'm not a gangster. I'm a snitch.
This is the root of your Wack 100.
And I love snitching on a motherfucking gangster. And I love snitching on a motherfucker that molest kids. And I do have special agents on speed dial. So what are we talking about here? And then his ex-girlfriend, I guess who he cheated on his wife with, hit me. And she was like, I'm the one that, took that picture of him laying on his diabetes belly. And his ass was up.
Right.
She said she put in his ass.
Did she say that?
She did. 3.
Yikes.
We got the winos calling him 3-finger Wack.
Yeah, I heard a few people call him that.
Yeah, that came from us. So, yeah.
I'm so sorry, Wack.
I'm just saying. I sent you the videos. He showed up at my office. Talking about he gonna get a office suite next to me. Like, what am I supposed to be scared of you?
Right.
Nigga, I will come outside. Like, next time you outside, call me and say you outside. I will come outside. I will let you do whatever you want to do to me. And I'm gonna have them crackers waiting on your ass when you done, bitch.
Right.
They love a good nigger, okay, in their jail cell. Especially the ones that I'm Pyru, I'm blood. Oh, they need. And I love snitching on a motherfucking gangster. And I love stalkers, you bitch. And if I help to put R. Kelly behind bars, what makes you think I won't have your ass behind bars getting 4-5 in your ass? They waiting on a big thick ass like him. He got that Kanye ass. He got a fat ass.
He does have.
He does have a fat ass, and they like that shit. Workers, you bitch.
So this is him saying that
did she tell you about, or did you tell her that I told you about us?
Here's the thing.
Did you tell her that Wack told you about our little thing?
I did ask her if she ever had sexual relations with you.
What did she say?
She looked horrified. She's been with her husband since she was in her early 20s.
Right.
She got, but I ain't gonna put out. But so what did she say? Did she answer the question?
If she was with you?
Did she answer the question?
This is the company that Ray J keeps. This dude right here.
Yeah, she said no.
So, and then that's all she said?
I mean, most of her other the rest of her response was mostly like non-verbal gestures that she was like horrified. She kind of looked like she was going to throw up.
You know, me and Tasha look alike.
I would not do that to her. But
me and Tasha K looks alike. She's a very,
you're more of a caramel.
She's,
Then we had Tasha K. Pretty guy. She's a woman. Wack.
That's my point. I can call her a pretty guy because she's a real woman, but she's pretty as a guy. Now, if you got a female that's pretty as a guy,
he's so ignorant. Shut up. You so ugly. Look at your ugly face. That's when I know these niggas got a lot of nerve, and I know they still have access to pussy because the way that they talk. Nigga, you look like that you can't talk about nobody looking the way you do. And then your name matches your whole little whack ass personality. I can't stand niggas like that. I'm glad she dragged his ass. Yeah, they like niggas like you in jail. Talking about pyro and blood. Girl, that was funny. Girl, she dragged him real quick. That's what he deserves. Fuck Wack 100 with his raggedy, ugly ass.
Tired ass, po ass, raggedy ass, slow ass niggas.
Niggas ugly. Did you hear Ochocinco with his silly ass talking about how he doesn't want to sign a prenup because his wife affords him? I know he has to be just plain. He has to be trying to get the girls riled up. But listen, because this is what Tyler Perry and Iyanla and what's the other one? Tiffany Haddish. Except for these niggas broke. That's shout out to Offset. These niggas is broke. And y'all, not somebody like Chad Ochocinco saying that he's a stay-at-home dad when he's worth I don't know how much. But she came to him with a prenup, and I don't blame her. Listen to him. He's saying a whole bunch of other shit that's probably going to irk you, but...
That's what you told me. Stay with me. Stay with me, though. Okay. Had the nerve to bring me papers to sign up.
This is Shannon Sharp. Him and Shannon Sharp talking.
What's the issue? She talk about we get married next year, right? Right. That's what you told me. Stay with me. Stay with me, though. Okay. Had the nerve to bring me papers to sign a prenup. Oh, yeah. You supposed to. Oh, yeah. Hey, listen. I'm trying... I see that feeling women have because this woman has provided me with the ability to be a stay-at-home dad. Mm-hmm.
He's worth a lot of money.
Take care of the kids.
She's worth a lot of money too.
I get to play video
but he's
games
worth a lot
all
of money
day.
too. So
I ain't got to go to work. You know what that feel like? You know, to have somebody. The roles are reversed now.
He's trying to trigger
So
people.
now I see how women be feeling when they be like going crazy over dudes when dudes got money. Oh, I get it now. You get to chill and you ain't got to do nothing.
Ocho, I'm a guy, and that's what I tell my friends. And even what's the issue?
She talk about we get
money.
Yes, sir.
I say sign a pre. They say, well, Sean, why should I sign a prenup? I ain't got nothing. I say, because therefore, when you leave, you take all of your nothing and not half of it.
Right.
See, because what happens in divorce, they take half the money and all the hoo-ha. That's not a fair trade-off to me, Ocho.
See, you hear what you just said? That's why I ain't signing nothing.
Have money.
Yes, sir.
I say, sign a pre.
That's why I ain't signing nothing. You know he's a talking shit though. But there are men like that. They'll find a woman. Look at Ernesto. He found Shirley Strawberry. He found a fool. That's what they should call us, to find a fool. He found Shirley Strawberry and she done lost almost everything dealing with that man. But he fine though, at least you got a man, honey, even though he's extracting all of your resources. Just taking and taking and taking and taking and taking and taking and taking. Just taking from you. But at least you got a man, girl. At least you got a man, girl. But Chad, I don't believe nothing he's talking about. I get to stay at home. I'm a stay-at-home dad. She working. He's worth a lot of money, and he's somebody that has money, so he does not necessarily need to work unless he's, doing ads or whatever the hell they do. You know what they do? Ads and commentating and little stuff like that. But there are some men who don't have the wealth, the money. Go look up Chad Ochocinco's Johnson's. Is his last name Johnson? Look up his net worth and see what it is. He's fine staying at home. You're gonna be doing something, some kind of work. You better be in the backyard tending to a garden or a flower garden or a vegetable garden or something. You'll be doing something. He's talking about he's sitting around watching video games. He's not doing that. I mean, playing video games. He might be doing that, but he's not broke. That's the difference. There's a difference. And you need to be contributing, right? Yes, you have made a way to where you're not having to work every day. It's not necessary. You have a good investment, a great portfolio, right? Savings. You're fine. You got passive income. You're doing well. You're good. But in real life, the average man staying at home, being a stay-at-home dad, y'all have to be okay with the switching gender roles, and he has to actually contribute. Like a stay-at-home dad is no different than a stay-at-home mom. You got to do all the things that a stay-at-home mom would do. You can't just be at home making bologna sandwiches, okay? You have to actually be managing the house, doing all of the things that the wife would do. I don't have a problem with that. It's just that y'all be trying to do those dynamics and the men are not contributing in a way. Like, if you do want to get out of the ideas and the throes of patriarchy, you are going to have to be like, yeah, the gender roles that you guys have assigned to what a man is supposed to do versus what a woman is supposed to do. If a woman wants to go to work and the man stay at home and she don't have no problem with it, and I'm not talking about what Tyler Perry's talking about. I'm talking about somebody contributing. Are you going to be the house manager like a woman would do if she was at home? Are you efficient? Do you pay close attention to detail? I need to know your strengths because you may not be able to manage a home. Hello? So we need to know what your strengths are because you act like it's not work to manage a home. Make sure bills are paid. Make sure toilet paper is coming in on time. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the water, you're managing a home. And I feel like if you're trying to get out of the confinements and the rules of patriarchy, the way that y'all believe that men are supposed to show up in relationships, you're going to have to change it a little bit. But for black women, I mean, you've always dealt with men who are like dating kind of out of your lane, basically. You get out of your lane to date somebody who should not have access to you at all, who's just some nigga in a club looking for a resource. You know what I'm saying? And so, like the other girl said, the red flags, listen to the red flags, honey. But he's not, I feel like he's joking, like in his statement. But the truth is, there's a lot of average men. And I was looking up the average, y'all keep saying it's $50,000 a year. It's like $39,000 a year. Well, when I added up all the averages for each age group and divided them by the age group, it was like 39,000 when you look up the average income for black men. The average. So you are, out there in the world. You're not a public figure. You're not in high society. You're average woman with accomplishments and standards. So you're going to come in contact with the average man. Like if a man can only pay a light bill, he needs to find a woman in the same lane, not a woman who has more. He needs to find a woman that is his equivalent and go be paying $73. Somebody said their light bill was 73. Oh, you're not on Threads. Fuck them. But yeah, that's what I feel like. I feel like that's what you have to do. I'm almost to my appointment. It took me a long time, a lot of traffic. I didn't think it was going to take me that long. This video is already 29 minutes. But if you are out in the world, you have to know that the average man is also out there. And the way that Tyler was like, oh, keep your standards, girl, keep your list. Yes, keep your list. Keep your list. Because the minute you deviate from the list, bitch, it's a problem. And there's too many women in the world that you can look to as an example of women who are wealthier than their husbands. And what happens? It's the same thing, but just in reverse. You have to be okay with exiting out of the pillars of patriarchy and dismantle any gender ideas that you have, that this how this person needs to show up. If you truly want to get out of the ideas or the throes of patriarchy and still date men, you're gonna have to abandon some of those ideas of how you think men should show up in relationships. Because it is true. If you are looking for a man to protect and provide for you in the way that is traditional, and I want to be able to do what the white ladies have been able to do, completely ignoring their addictions to pills and alcohol and all that stuff. You want to be able to live a life that a white woman has been able to live, and that's okay. Fine, okay, it's fine. Even though they tell you it's not all what it's cracked up to be once you get in the damn club. So you want to live that life. If you think that a man is his role and his duty as a person with a penis on this earth is to protect and provide for you, while also acknowledging that you live in a system that is designed to oppress women, so you enter into a structure and a system that does not benefit women. And we see the statistics. We see all of the statistics talk about single women with no children and how long they live. Girl, what are you doing? Can you not see where you're going? Oh my God. I don't know what this man is doing right driving in the bike lane, girl. What is going on? I need you to get where you going, Honda Civic. You don't even have enough to afford you a Honda Civic. Shout out to the Players Club. Anyways, so you want to enter into these relationships. A lot of y'all are don't lower your standards. Don't lower your standards if you choose to date men, and if that eliminates a lot of the men and you're single, it's for a reason. It's literally for a reason. Don't be so goddamn desperate to enter into a system that does not clinically, mentally, financially doesn't serve you. And if you ask women who are in relationships, if they don't lie to you about their man being head of household and all that dumb shit, if they tell you the truth, you will find that a lot of these people are in egalitarian relationships. The man is showing up the way that the woman is showing up, and they are playing to each other's strengths and weaknesses, and there's no gender roles where the man is supposed to do this. What needs to be done, and we're gonna play on each other's strengths and work on our weaknesses. A lot. If you talk to women, right, and he might pay a higher percentage in the bills. That might be the case. But the truth is, a lot of women are in marriages and it is 50-50, or somebody is paying a little bit more than the other, but she's paying bills, he's paying bills. I don't care if because you wash all the fucking time, so you need to pay the water bill. It's a lot of egalitarian, equal they're showing up equally in a relationship. It's a lot of that. If you ask women who are married and they tell you the truth and they don't play like their husband is the head of household and all that dumb shit, you will see that a lot of successful marriages, the man and the woman are working together. It's not just the man working, it's not just the woman working. They're working together for the common goal of whatever the mission of their relationship is. Okay, I gotta go. I'll be right back. We'll talk about some more stuff on the way back. Peace. Take care of each other and protect your energy. Center yourself. Peace.